Guys, welcome to another This Chess Puzzles Broke Computers. I want to show you first some funny puzzles and then we continue with some very hard ones. So let's start with the first one. Unfortunately, there is only one piece that can move in this position for white pieces. It's white to play and win. And of course, we don't have too many options. I mean, knight f4, it would be only a stalemate as white king will have no moves. So the only option is to go knight g5. And now, unfortunately for black, there is no other legal move than, let's say, bishop h3, queen h3, rook h3, doesn't really matter. We play knight e6, and once again, this queen is not protected by any pieces. And now our next move will be a checkmate, as this queen is alone on c7. Another legal move like queen h2, knight c7 is a checkmate. Yeah, that's an easy one, that's a funny one. Of course, it's not a legal position, but it's still kind of cool to have this checkmate for you. Now, the second puzzles, it getting more complicated. Like here, let's say, white have simple knight g5 checkmate, but you know, I said funny ones, so how can you create a box here around black's king and checkmate it around the box? You know, once, you know, black king in the center and basically pawns all around the king. So it first starts with f3 takes, bishop f5 takes, rook e6 takes, rook d4 takes. I mean, we still have a pawn, right? We gotta get rid of every our piece except for the last knight. Takes, now knight f6, check, g takes f6, queen e5. We created this box around the king, and now knight e6 or knight g5 is a checkmate. This puzzle is a bit more complicated, and I want you to pause the video and try to kind of solve it. So there is checkmate in one for white pieces. White are obviously going, it's 8th rank, so white are going this side. Pawn promotion would be a checkmate, but unfortunately it's a legal move due to this bishop on f1 pinning this king to a6, so it doesn't work. Check like knight b3 would be a checkmate as well, but there is bishop from 1000 miles away which is able to take this knight from b1. Another check, let's say queen d6, but king can just escape through d8. And checks like bishop h4, seems like, you know, no moves with the king, but we still have pieces to defend the king. But there is checkmate in one. If you solved it by now, you're, just great players. You know, for me, it would have taken probably like a good maybe 10 minutes. You just gotta consider all checks. Basically, the move here is queen a3 checkmate, as there are no moves. This queen cannot move because it's a pin. So obviously there are no moves that can, basically no pieces that can block this check. Obviously this pawn cannot take because this pawn is actually going this way, and it is a checkmate. The next puzzle is getting complicated. You know, Stockfish, when you first put it on Stockfish, let's say on chess.com, it doesn't see the checkmate in this position. But there is a checkmate, and it's very, very beautiful and exciting. It starts by rook b7. So obviously now queen has to take, that's the only line that we are considering here. Bishop g6, king g6, queen g8. Now, obviously, queen g7, you just give up a lot of material. King f5, obviously, queen g4. And now, after king e5, we play queen h5. Now, the block move like f5 is bad due to queen h8, queen g7, checkmate. So, black block with rook f5. And now there is f4. Basically, we're trying to make sure this f4 square is taken away by one of black's pieces. So, bishop f4. And now there's absolutely mind-blowing. Pause the video and try to find checkmate in 3 combination, and this move is queen e2. And the idea is that after bishop e2 we removed knight from e2 just to play d4 check. Now d4 check, king will walk to e4, so we gotta take e4 square under control, rook e4. And now after d takes e4, we have last pawn left, and this pawn delivers a checkmate d4. What an absolute insane sequence. Next puzzle, guys. This puzzle, I believe, was given to Magnus in one of the events. I want you to pause the video and again try to solve it, or maybe if you have seen it, you don't even have to solve it, just write the solution down in the comments. So the move here is absolutely insane. Like, you have all these pieces. If there was, like, let's say knight, you have all these pieces on the same diagonal, right? And all we gotta do is place another piece on this long diagonal by playing queen a8, and there is no way to protect from checkmate on basically on next move. Because let's say rook c1, knight d6, queen can take because it's a pin. King has no squares in the center because it's all blocked by basically other white pieces. Moves like queen d1 is losing due to knight c5. Moves like queen d4, obviously rook f3 checkmate. You know, d4 square is taken, but we play rook f3, double checkmate. And yeah, that's a checkmate. Let's get to the next puzzle. This one is a very interesting one, and I want you to spend some time on this one as well. So here I will just show you the idea. So basically bishop d2, let's say, and rook g2, rook a3 takes b3, and you might ask, why white can't play bishop d2? I mean, yeah, oh no, my queen moment. I mean, black have to take. No, they don't have to take. We're not playing checkers, we're playing chess. They can play rook g3, which is a great defensive resource. And now if rook a3 takes b3, we can play rook b3, and black are completely winning. So I gave you a hint. You gotta, you know, kind of block this third rank of the rook. And the way to do it is an absolutely insane. I mean, Stockfish, you know, I'm right now checking the engine. It doesn't even see the move. Like, you know, I put it on chess.com, you can try doing it as well. Like, it doesn't see the first move. Once I give this first move, then of course it will find the checkmate. But the move to go is queen f3, and it's checkmate in 5. As now this queen blocks this rook from getting to g3, and now if let's say rook g5, rook a3 takes queen a3 checkmate, obviously we have to consider what happens after bishop f3, and now bishop d2 works. There is no way to protect from rook a3 and b3 checkmate. Let's just say, I don't know, maybe let's say bishop d5, rook a3, b takes a3, b3 is a checkmate. And last puzzle for today's episode is quite interesting. So we have queen, we have rook, black have the same pieces as well, and we gotta find a way to checkmate this king on h1, and it's not an easy task because this queen is under attack, but we still leave it under attack by playing king f2, as this king f2 is a check. King check, you know. Now basically rook g1 obviously is losing, king has to go to h2, and now I want you to pause the video and try to find the best move which wins the game for white pieces. Let me know in the comments if you were able to find it. 1, 2, 3. This move is insane, mind-blowing, unbelievable. Rook h1. And the idea behind rook h1 is quite simple. Basically, if king h1, queen goes to b1 and kind of swipes the diagonals and goes to h7 with a checkmate. And what happens after queen h1? Because you might ask, alright, now black have an extra rook. No, they actually don't, because we take on g8. And now black are in zugzwang, and they're losing the game. As queen h8 checkmate has been threatened, and there is no way to defend this. I mean, queen g3, queen h8, queen h7 are all checkmates, and whenever black go, checkmate on next few moves is being delivered. Let me know if you like the puzzles, if you want more puzzles in future episode, more like this, maybe more difficult. I'll try to find them, because I kind of ran out of the ideas, you know. I'm trying to find them and there's just not too many left. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.